Welcome back, my dear students. I think all of you are okay. I'm also okay. Thanks to Almighty. So today we will discuss about our folk music. That is Unit 5, Lesson 2. In lesson 1, we have read about beauty, about different views of poets about beauty, their reaction, their remarks about beauty. So today we will discuss about our folk music, and later on we will discuss about lesson 3, crafts in our time. So what do you know about folk music? I don't know how much do you know about folk music of our country. Actually, folk music means the traditional songs, traditional approach relating religion, relating region, relating emotion, and so on. That is, there are some characteristics of folk music that you have seen, you have in your textbook. You will find there are some characteristics of folk music. Near about there are 12 characteristics, and there are some other categories of folk music, various kinds of folk music as baul and spiritual song, that is jarigan, bhavaiya, gombhira, wedding song, roop beating song, shari gan, bhatiali, pastoral song, and so on. And this folk music not only belongs to our country, folk music belongs beyond our country. That is, there are some songs that you will find in Birbhum or Kuch Bihar, that is other part of our country, outer side of our country. Folk music means, actually folk music is a kind of music that is sung either individually or in chorus. Actually, folk music does not belong to any modern instrument, any modern or classical rules. Folk music means the emotion of a person or a group of person that appeals emotion, that appeals religion, that appeals region. So you will read out the unit, read out lesson 2, folk music, and there are there are a number of variety of folk music in different region of our country, I think. That is, if we will go through the last para of this lesson, you will find there are some folk music that belongs to religion. I have already mentioned earlier, Hindu or Muslim, and there are some other folk music that belongs to some region, that is southern part of our country or eastern part of our country. There are another folk music, another kinds of folk music that belongs to riverine part of our country. That is, there are some other there are some distinctive folk music that belongs to riverine area. Again, there are other folk music that belongs to hilly area. Again, there are other kind of folk music. There are other categories of folk music that belongs to tribe. That is, there are a number of tribes in our country: Santal, Garos, Manipuris, Tripuris. They have also enriched our folk music. So this is very much important for our question. Very much important passage, folk music. And in lesson 3, you will find crafts in our time. Crafts, what is craft? In the second para of your lesson 3, you will find there is a definition. There is somehow a definition that indicates the quality of a crafts or the definition of a crafts. You will see a craftwork is shaped by the interaction of individual creativity and community aesthetics, utility functions, and human values. That is, from the ancient time, there are a number of crafts in our country. If you think in early age, in the early decades of our country, you will find noshikatas, or there are pottery, there are bamboo made things, and so on. So these crafts in our modern time, as our society is modernized, these crafts are made in modern with the help of modern technology. But in the early decades or in early stage, we find these very crafts are made by human being himself. That is, man made these crafts with their own hand. But at this very moment, in modern time, we find these very crafts are made by modern technology, by different machines, mills, and factories have made these crafts artificially. But there is a different. There remains some difference between handmade crafts and machine-made crafts. So here this lesson intends to indicates the appeal of crafts between man-made and machine-made. Machine-made crafts and man-made crafts are different. In the machine-made crafts, there is no apple, but in man-made crafts, we'll find some appeal. So here, this is the main theme of the lesson, and what the lesson intends to focus. In the last sentence, you will find, please, the last sentence of the last para of the last in the last sentence of the last para, you will find, please, but more importantly, craftwork can be branded and successfully marketed throughout the country and beyond, as there are always buyers and users of handmade products who feel a strong attraction towards such cultural products. That is, throughout the year, traditional activities or traditional crafts earned a special stage or a special position in human life. So, whenever or however we make the crafts using modern technology, there remains there always remains an appeal in crafts which are made by human being. So today, that is all for today, my dear students. At this time, I just want to indicate some important passage, that is in unit 3. Two points are important, and unit 4, the first lesson, etiquette and manner, this is very much important. This passage has already published as a question number 1 in the year of 2019 in Rajshahi board and Chittagong board, and in Borishal board 2019 in Borishal board you will find it as question number 3, that is summarizing, and unit 5, this is very much important. The first lesson, beauty, in the year of 2018 in Cosset you will find this passage, and lesson 2, folk music, you will find several times. In the year of 19, that is 2019, in Dinajpur board as flowchart, in Chattogram board as summarizing writing, in the year of 2018 as summarizing Cosset, and in the year of 2017 Kumilla board as question number 1. So folk music is very much important for us. And lesson 3, crafts in our time, in Joshua board in the year of 2017 as flowchart you will find this passage. So thank you very much, my dear students. Thank you all. That's all.